केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Over the last 2 weeks, following the clashes and crackdown at Jantar Mantar, thousands of voices echoed from the streets to the parliament, demanding justice and expressing outrage over the police action on students. But one group has remained almost invisible and completely unheard. The children, the wives, and the families of the policemen who were injured that day. Today, they finally spoke. There were no slogans, no marches, no placards, just stories of fear, sleepless nights, and phone calls they wish they had never received. A daughter said, "My father was almost lynched." A wife wondered, "My husband wore a uniform, not a target." And a son asked, "Who protects those who protect others?"
रात को 10 बजे के करीब पापा के कलीग्स उन्हें घर लेके आए और उनकी यूनिफॉर्म पूरी खून से लाल थी। और उसके अगले दिन ही जब मुझे पता चला कि जिन लोगों ने मेरे फादर पे अटैक किया था वो लोग सुप्रीम कोर्ट जा रहे हैं अपना क्राइम वॉश आउट करने और उन्हीं के खिलाफ कंप्लेंट करने के लिए, सारे पुलिस वालों के खिलाफ कंप्लेंट करने के लिए मुझे बहुत बुरा लगा।
जिन्होंने पुलिस फोर्स पर गमलों से, जो भी उनके हाथ में चीजें आ रही थी, चप्पलों से, जूतों से और पत्थरों से उन्हें पुलिस फोर्स को घायल कर दिया था। और उसके बाद उनकी फोन की बैटरी डेड होने की वजह से मेरी उनसे कोई बात नहीं हुई। ये सब सुनकर मैं बहुत ज्यादा घबरा गई थी। और यदि कोई पत्थर का टुकड़ा हेलमेट टूटने के बाद उनके सर पर लगता तो शायद वो आज इस दुनिया में नहीं रहते।
एक यूनिफॉर्म के पीछे सिर्फ एक पुलिस कर्मी नहीं होता, उसके पीछे होती है उसकी माँ, पिता, पत्नी, बच्चे और पूरा परिवार जो देर रात तक वेट करता है कि वो सकुशल घर लौट आए।
और एंड पार्लियामेंट में भी इसके बारे में कुछ बात नहीं हो रही। लाइक पुलिस वालों का क्या, जिनको जो इंजर उनका क्या।
Not just the families, even police fraternity feels the debate has become totally one-sided. That the entire conversation has centered around just one question: did the Delhi police use excessive force against protesting students? Retired police officers argue that while every injury to a student has rightly been questioned, the injuries suffered by hundreds of police personnel have barely figured in public discourse. They explain how pellet guns are a legally sanctioned option and ask, how can police be expected to differentiate students from antisocial elements right in the middle of a clash?
128 आदमी जो हमारे घायल हुए हैं, ये इस बात का द्योतक है कि हमने अपने सीने पे डंडे सहे हैं। मॉब लिंचिंग तक की आपने देखा होगा कैसे आरएएफ के जवान को पूरी भीड़ मिलके पीट रही है, तो बड़ा संयम बरता है।
Now the families say they want their trauma to be heard in parliament as well. They say behind every uniform is not just a police officer but an entire family living with the consequences of that day. Significantly, throughout the press conference, they repeatedly said they were not blaming students. They blamed anti-social elements who infiltrated the gathering and turned a protest into a completely violent affair. Lakshay and Kunjal are Gen Z too. Their pain deserves to be heard as well. Their rights deserve protection and their voices deserve space in the national conversation. But here's the contradiction. The CJP leadership, who has demanded blanket amnesty for those arrested, is now claiming that those responsible for the violence were BJP workers masquerading as protesters.
this was done by the BJP goons. I have been saying since day one, since we started the protest. I feel sorry for the police people that they were targeted by the same people. By the same people who were taking instructions from. This was all done by the BJP people, and we have sympathies with the police officers who were targeted in such manner.
If that is indeed CJP's claim, then who should be held accountable? And if innocent students deserve justice, do injured policemen and their families not deserve the same? But CJP isn't the only one seeing a BJP angle. When reporters asked leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi about concerns raised by the families of injured police personnel, his response was, "Aap BJP se ho kya?" No direct answer to the question, no response to the concerns being raised.
उनके परिवारों ने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की।
भैया बीजेपी के हो गया?
बीजेपी का जो पुलिस वाले जो परिवार वाले उन्होंने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस किया, ये बार-बार बीजेपी का बोल रहे हैं। उनके परिवारों ने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की।
भैया बीजेपी के हो गया?
बीजेपी का जो पुलिस वाले जो परिवार वाले उन्होंने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस किया, ये बार-बार बीजेपी का बोल रहे हैं।
The question now is, can the pain of one side be acknowledged only by denying the pain of the other? Is it not possible to seek justice for students and empathy for police families at the same time? But it gets worse. Congress MP Imran Masood thinks there has been no injustice at all. He says the cops were doing their job. That's exactly what they are paid to do.
इमरान भाई, राहुल गांधी से अभी पूछा गया कि जो दिल्ली पुलिस के परिवार वाले हैं वो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे हैं, और क्या वो ये कह रहे हैं कि पार्लियामेंट में जो विपक्ष है हमारी बात भी तो उठाए, पुलिस वाले भी तो घायल हुए, उनके परिवार वाले कह रहे। राहुल गांधी ने सवाल पूछा, राहुल गांधी कह रहे हैं कि आप लोग क्या बीजेपी के आदमी हो? जर्नलिस्ट को ऐसा कह रहे हैं राहुल गांधी, जबकि पूछा वो जा रहा है जो पुलिस के परिवार वाले कह रहे हैं।
नहीं तो पुलिस के परिवार वाले कह रहे हैं पुलिस में नौकरी करने के लिए आए, राजनीति करने की कोशिश ना करें। बच्चों को गोली मारने का अधिकार नहीं है कि तुम गोली मारोगे सीधे बच्चों को।
अरे इमरान भाई, पुलिस वाले भी तो घायल हुए हैं इमरान जी।
तो गोली थोड़ी मारेंगे सीधे बच्चों को।
ये कह रहे हैं हमारे लिए भी बात करिए।
बच्चों को गोली नहीं मारेंगे सीधे। बच्चों को गोली मारने के लिए पुलिस नहीं है। पुलिस को काम, पुलिस का काम पुलिसिंग करना है, पुलिसिंग करे।
तो आपको लगता है कि अगर उनकी मांग है कि उनको भी न्याय मिलना चाहिए जो पुलिस वाले,
उनके साथ क्या, उनके साथ अन्याय क्या हुआ है? नौकरी कर रहे हैं। अरे नौकरी कर रहे हो, इसी काम की नौकरी मिल रही है, तनख्वाह इसी काम की मिलती है उन्हें।
They get paid probably even to bear stones and lathi. No sir, they don't get paid to be thrashed. And is that now the benchmark? If you wear a uniform, does injury become an occupational hazard? For days the country has rightly debated the rights of students. Absolutely. Why should the students have been treated in this manner? But tonight another question demands an answer. Do the rights of policemen and the tears of their families count for less simply because they wear khaki? Or is sympathy guided by which side of the barricade is one on?
पार्लियामेंट के फ्लोर में कुछ रिस्पॉन्सिबल लीडर्स ने, ना तो वो पुलिस अफसर रहे, ना उन्होंने कोई ट्रेनिंग की, ना वो लॉ के एक्सपर्ट हैं, पता नहीं किस ग्राउंड में वो एक अपना वो दे रहे हैं कि भाई उन्होंने एक स्टेटमेंट दिया, और आम पब्लिक जो हमारे देश की जनता है उसको कानून की इतनी नॉलेज नहीं है कि साहब होम मिनिस्टर ऑर्डर देते हैं और ये तो सब उनके ऑर्डर से हुआ है।
And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings me to the only legitimate question on the news hour tonight. Do the injured cops and their families not deserve justice? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining me on the news hour tonight, to my right, Siddharth Yadav, national spokesperson of the BJP. To his right, Abhijit Iyer Mitra, senior fellow, IPCS. Also joining him on his right is Mr. Ved Bhushan, former IPS. In our studios this evening, to my left, Tehseen Poonawalla, political analyst and Congress supporter. To his left, Anmol Pawar, national spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. To his left, Vivek Silas, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. And also joining us in the students of the Gen Z is Pushp Raj Tyagi, student and assistant director of IIM-UN in the studios. But first, let me go across to the policemen. ASI Hemendra Rathi and his wife Sunita join me on the News Hour tonight. हेमेंद्र राठी साहब, मैं आपसे पूछूंगी, ये जो आपको चोट लगी है, आपके सर पर पट्टी लगी है, क्या हुआ था, किस दिन हुआ था, कितनी चोट आई?
मैडम 20 जुलाई को हमारी ड्यूटी पार्लियामेंट स्ट्रीट थाने पर थी प्रोटेस्ट के लिए। जो प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे थे उनको, ताकि वो बच्चे अपना जो भी हैं पीसफुली अपना प्रदर्शन कर सकें। सुबह करीब हम 4 बजे वहां पर पहुंच गए थे। थाने के बगल के वाली बिल्डिंग में हमारी रिजर्व ड्यूटी थी। तो करीब 10:30-11 बजे करीब उस बिल्डिंग का पिछला गेट खुला रह गया था। वहां से करीब 700-800 के करीब प्रदर्शनकारी थे। तो पता नहीं कैसे वहां से गेट खुलने के बाद घुस आया, उस बिल्डिंग को उन्होंने पूरा घेर लिया और उसकी छत पे चढ़ गए थे। तो हमने उन्हें काफी कोशिश की कि आप लोग जो बाहर बैरिकेड लगे हुए उनके पीछे की तरफ चले जाओ, जो भी आपको प्रोटेस्ट करना है वहां पे जाके अपना शांतिपूर्वक अपनी बात रखो और प्रदर्शन करो। इतने में उनमें कुछ लोगों ने था जो कि बैग में अपने 2-2, 2.5, 3-3 किलो के पत्थर, सिल्लियां, टाइल्स के टुकड़े लेके आए थे। सीधा उन्होंने पथराव शुरू कर दिया। उसमें से एक पत्थर काफी बड़ा मेरे मुंह पे लगा था, जो कान के पास मेरे यहाँ लगा है। इसमें मेरे मुंह पे 3 फ्रैक्चर आए हैं और एक पत्थर की सिल्ली हिप्स के पास लगी है, वहां पे मेरे हेयर लाइन फ्रैक्चर है। करीब 2 बजे मेरे को लेडी हार्डिंग हॉस्पिटल में होश आया। तो वहाँ डॉक्टरों ने बताया, मैं मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट जो कर रहे थे, कि आपके ऐसे मुंह पे 3 फ्रैक्चर आ रखे हैं और आपके कमर पे भी अपना हेयर लाइन फ्रैक्चर है। अगल बगल में मुंह घुमा के देखा तो वहाँ पे करीब 20-25 पुलिस वाले और थे। किसी का मुंह टूटा हुआ था, किसी का हाथ टूटा हुआ था, किसी के मुंह पे चोट लगी हुई थी, किसी के ब्लड बह रहा था। बड़ा दर्दनाक सीन था।
ये पत्थर मारे किसने, कुछ पता चल पाया भीड़ में आपको?
भीड़ इतनी आ गई, सोचने समझने का वक्त ही नहीं मिला। इतना उनको समझाया, इतनी देर में तो धड़ एकदम शुरू हो गए। अब 15-20 जने हम लोग कुल थे, फिर वो करीब 800 से 1000 लोग के करीब रहे होंगे।
सुनीता जी, आपको कब पता चला और जब राठी साहब घर आए आपने किस हालत में इन्हें देखा?
मैम, मैं तो खुद यहाँ पे नहीं थी, मैं गुड़गांव थी। मेरे फादर एडमिट थे गुड़गांव में, मैं पापा के साथ थी वहाँ पर। इनको कभी ये सब हुआ मुझे कुछ नहीं पता चला। जब 6:30-7 बजे इनका मैसेज आया मेरे पास, तब मेरे को पता चला कि इनके साथ ये सब हादसा हुआ है। क्योंकि हॉस्पिटल में पापा की देखभाल करने में बिजी थे, मेरे को पता ही चल पाया कि ऐसा कुछ हुआ भी है। मेरे को ये पता था कि ड्यूटी पे तो गए हैं, लेकिन इनके साथ ये सब हो गया है, मेरे को कुछ अंदाजा नहीं था कि ऐसा कुछ होगा। मतलब इंसान ड्यूटी करने रोज जाता है, रोज जाते हैं ये भी, और जब वापस आए तो इस हालत में आए, तो सोचना कोई भी नहीं सोचेगा ना कि ऐसा होगा। क्योंकि प्रोटेस्ट, शांतिपूर्ण प्रोटेस्ट चल रहा था, अब वहां पे कुछ एंटी सोशल लोग आ गए, उन्होंने ये सब कर दिया और उसकी वजह से इतने जख्मी हो गए। कोई कैसे सोच सकता है। मैं वहाँ पे पापा की देखभाल में थी। यहाँ पे इनका जब 6:30-7 बजे मेरे पास मैसेज आया कि ऐसा हो गया है, इनकी फोटोज आई मेरे पास, तब गुड़गांव से यहाँ पे एकदम से पहुंचना मेरे लिए पॉसिबल था। मैंने अपनी सिस्टर को बोला तो सिस्टर गई इनके पास। फिर अर्जेंट बेसिस पे 8:30-9 बजे मेरी सिस्टर ने इनको वहां से लेडी हार्डिंग से डिस्चार्ज करके फिर कैलाश हॉस्पिटल ट्रीटमेंट कराने के लेके गए।
लोग कहते हैं कि इसी बात की तनख्वाह मिलती है,
तब तक तो
अगर चोट लग गई तो क्या हुआ?
पापा है, एक तरफ हस्बैंड है।
आप क्या कहेंगे ऐसे लोगों को जो कहते हैं कि तनख्वाह मिलती है?
तनख्वाह चोट खाने की नहीं मिलती है मैम, तनख्वाह चोट खाने के लिए नहीं मिलती है ना, तनख्वाह उनकी सेवा के लिए मिलती है, उनकी सुरक्षा के लिए मिलती है। लेकिन जिनकी सुरक्षा के लिए तैनात हैं वही इनको चोट पहुंचाएं, ये तो कोई जायज बात नहीं है। तनख्वाह इनको चोट खाने के लिए थोड़ा मिल रही है, और वो भी एक शांतिपूर्ण प्रोटेस्ट में चोट खाने के लिए तो बिल्कुल नहीं। हाँ, किसी आतंकवादी को पकड़ने के लिए जा रहे हैं, किसी टेररिस्ट का पीछा कर रहे हैं, किसी क्रिमिनल का पीछा करते हुए इनको चोट लगती है तो समझ में आता है। लेकिन एक शांतिपूर्ण अगर प्रोटेस्ट हो रहा है, उसमें अगर इनको इतनी बुरी तरह से जख्मी होकर आते हैं, तो ये तो क्लियर कट समझ में आता है कि एंटी सोशल पीपल्स हैं वहां पे जो ये सब कर रहे हैं बहुत। और इसलिए तो शांतिपूर्ण प्रोटेस्ट में तो चोट लगने का सवाल ही नहीं उठता मैम। ये कौन बोल रहा है फालतू की बात?
सही कह रही हैं आप पुष्पराज त्यागी. I want to ask you. This is something that ASI Hemendra Rathi has himself gone through. Nobody is blaming the students. Protest is your right and you were protesting, fair enough. But I just want to ask, has the debate so far been one-sided? Of course, the government has taken back all the cases, no FIRs, no action to be taken. But empathy for those who were in uniform trying to protect the situation, is that empathy totally gone?
Greetings, ma'am, and greetings, panelist. So definitely not. The empathy has totally not gone towards them. Whatever has happened, we also condemn that. But now, since they were also against the students, they were against, like, charging on the students. So, and they were discharging their duties as well at the same time. So it is their right to, stand for themselves as well and ask the Ministry of Home Affairs to, compensate what they've also gone through. So when the students were also right at their place, but the service or the corps was also doing their own duty. So I think the compensation should be provided by the Ministry of Home Affairs also to the policeman or the person himself who has gone through this.
Is it only about compensation? I want to ask you, so far the discourse has totally dismissed, any kind of injuries that they've got in the line of duty. There is no discourse about them. Not one person has picked up one case to say, this was not right, this was not our intention. And that, I'm sure, was not the intention of the students who were protesting. My question being, beyond the students' protest, when violence begins, did it take a tone that even the students did not realize? Did it go out of hand?
Violence was never the objective of the students that they were protesting. Their demands were very clear. They demanded the accountability from the government, where government took so many of days to come up and even respond. Secondly, whatever wrong was done through exam leak or NEET paper leak, they were demanding for what they were actually supposed to demand. They were demanding for their own rights. And thirdly, the students had the legitimate demands. They were peacefully protecting, but these tables or the things took a different turn. So that cannot also be the students' fault as well. Also, we cannot declare the students as anti-social elements, because students, or
obviously they may have been other people. Nobody is saying that it would be the students. But did you recognize everybody in the crowd there? Certainly not, I guess.
Yes, but it is displayed as a student protest. So if a student is not saying that we are not anti-social or there were some other people involved, just to clear our side or the student side, it is displayed as students protest. So we should say, it's my right to say that, I would be correct to say that students are not anti-social elements or anti-national as displayed.
But the people protesting, like CJP chief Dipke, has said these were BJP people. Do you believe they were BJP people?
I'm not here to say BJP or CJP or Congress or any other party, but whatever it was, whatever those people were, whatever they did was totally wrong. That is what I can say.
I'm so glad, Pushpraj Tyagi, that you have the maturity to say that. But that maturity sadly lacking Tehseen Poonawalla in the Congress party, when Imran Masood stands up and says, "Isi baat ki to tankha milti hai unhe." Excesses are being called excesses, and yes, students have got hurt. There are no two ways about it. Could it have been handled better? Always. Could have been handled better. Even one student getting hurt is unacceptable. But at the same time, as I said, has the discourse completely ignored what happened to the men in uniform? Number one. And number two, if such a question is asked to Mr. Rahul Gandhi, where does his empathy go? Why does he begin to ask questions like, are you from the BJP? Can normal people not ask questions? Do you have to be from a political party or a side to ask a question?
Thank you, Navika ji, for having me on the show at the onset. Salute to the officer. You guys are, because of it is Delhi police that we are safe, and Ved Bhushan sir, thank you for your services.
Thank you, sir. Salute to you.
Thank you, sir. And look, Navika ji, whichever side of the debate you are, The fact of the matter is, you cannot accept what happened to the police force. The police force is not here to get beaten up. Period. That's unacceptable. And crime, and this is a criminal act. And as the Supreme Court has stepped in, the cases won't be withdrawn. But Navika ji, with a lot of humility, because you made it political, I will reply politically. I totally agree that what happened was not right. And I don't think there were students who ever infiltrated. I'm not saying BJP whoever. Navika ji, I've been on this show forever. I get the privilege. There have been 2 riots, a bomb blast in this city. Now this. Is it not that the intelligence is continuously failing if their protest is being hijacked by rowdy elements? From what I read of Times Now report, people who are accused of serious offences, maybe even rape, there were serious offences. Why are they allowed there? This is 600 meters from Parliament. Whose failure is it? May I ask you with a lot of humility, while this investigation takes place under the eyes of the Supreme Court, which SP has been suspended, or at least put apart? I'm not blaming the police force. They want their job to do duty there. But continuously have intelligence failure. I'm not even blaming the Honorable Home Minister. I'm not even making it political.
What intelligence
no,
failure?
No, how is this happening?
The CJP held the protest. If you had the police checking people coming in, would they not have raised a song and dance, Abhijit Iyer Mitra?
One minute. One line more. So this one line, sorry. And on top of that, with absolute respect, there was a pellet gun picked up. Who's responsible? When the police itself is saying this is wrong. They've said it's wrong. And a kudos, sir, for you saying it's wrong. Then shouldn't the SP or DCP there be asked that how was it taken?
I'm saying,
put him out till the investigation gets over.
You know, Tehseen, that is where the problem happens.
How is it a problem?
Can I?
Please, ma'am.
The pellet gun issue has been discussed threadbare. 1 minute. It has been part of the discourse. Yes, accountability should be fixed, and which is why the matter is in Supreme Court.
Is Supreme Court running the country or is the government? Abhijit, I'm being very clear. Any side. Where is the accountability of the DCP?
Where in the discourse so far have you raised the issue of the men in khaki who got beaten up?
I am saying it's
all other issues are in the public domain except this one issue, and my question is about why there is no empathy or questions for this. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, is it too much to expect a balanced view? And then Rahul Gandhi asks us, अरे भाई तुम बीजेपी से हो ये सवाल पूछ रहे?
Clearly the pellet gun has been used in response to something. Police doesn't go around just shooting pellet guns left, right and center. True. And if what this brave officer has endured, rocks coming down on his head, the response shouldn't have been pellet guns, it should have been dum-dum bullets. It should have been dum-dum bullets for this kind of thing. You try this stunt anywhere in France or Britain or Italy or anything like that, heavily militarized police responses, America especially. Have you seen the kind of American police responses that come about? This is the kind of attack that deserves a lethal response. The police was too mild. This deserved a fully lethal response. What happened to this gentleman deserved a strong lethal response.
But here we are
My complaint against the Delhi police is, in this particular case, they were too soft. Where there are incidents where certain protocols were violated. So, for example, you are never meant to aim for the upper body or the head with a lathi. You only aim for the legs. When a gentleman or lady is immobilized at that point, you cannot continue to beat them. Yet, yes, we saw videos where the police violated those protocols. In this particular case, I am very sorry. Pellet guns is too mild. It required a proper dum-dum bullet.
That would have escalated the situation more.
So here is the problem.
I actually believe that when we are dealing with students, we have to be empathetic and we have to look at the context in which this protest was happening. Did they have a reason to protest? Yes, they did. Let's all not beat around the bush and sugarcoat this. There was angst about paper leakage and therefore the students were protesting. But who is supposed to manage the crowd? Were students' platforms being used by other forces? My only question, Vivek Silas, at this point is, why not raise one line for the cops in uniform who also got? You've raised every other point, and rightly so. Rightly so. Demand action, talk about police excesses, pellet guns are being debated, discussed, questions are being asked. I accept each one of these questions and take the government on the mat. I want to ask you, why don't you have any empathy or sympathy for the men in khaki who were doing their job? And how insensitive is Imran Masood who says इसी बात की तो तनख्वाह मिलती है, पार्लियामेंटेरियंस को भी तनख्वाह मिलती है, क्यों बॉयकॉट करके चले जाते हैं बाहर? तनख्वाह मिलती है ना आपको. Why is the house adjourned every single day without any job being conducted? तनख्वाह तो उस दिन की भी आप लेते हैं. क्या कोड़े खाने के लिए तनख्वाह मिलती है किसी को?
नहीं, देखिए, मैं नाविका जी यही कहूंगा कि चाहे दिल्ली पुलिस की तरफ से लोग इंजर्ड हुए हैं या फिर जो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स इंजर्ड हुए हैं, इंजरी दोनों तरफ से हुई है. लेकिन सवाल यह है कि चाहे स्टूडेंट्स को इंजरी हुई हो या दिल्ली पुलिस को इंजरी हुई हो, पैलेट गन्स का यूज हुआ हो, इलेक्ट्रिक बैटन्स का यूज हुआ हो, जो भी हुआ, जो कि गलत था. आपके पैलेट गन्स के आप ऐसे यूज नहीं कर सकते. 2010 में हुआ था, फिर 2023 में आपका मणिपुर में हुआ था, और हमने दिल्ली में देखा क्या हुआ. कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लगता है कि जो हमारे गृह मंत्री अमित शाह, उनसे भी तो कोई सवाल पूछेगा कि आखिर ऐसा हुआ क्यों, चाहे वो पुलिस को चोट लगी या फिर वो स्टूडेंट्स को चोट लगी. क्योंकि चाहे सीआरपीएफ देख लीजिए, आरएएफ देख लीजिए या फिर दिल्ली पुलिस देखिए, गृह मंत्रालय के अंतर्गत आती है. लेकिन अमित शाह जी से सवाल क्या पूछा जाता है कि सर आज तो आप बहुत स्मार्ट लग रहे हैं, कुर्ता आसाम का है कि बंगाल का है? तो उनसे तो कोई ना कोई सवाल करेगा ना. जवाबदेही तो अमित शाह जी की है कि आखिर दिल्ली में क्या हो रहा है.
भाई, आपकी पूरी फौज थी पार्लियामेंट में, सवाल आप पूछ रहे हैं, आप पूछ रहे हैं, हर सवाल पूछ रहे हैं. मैं सिर्फ पूछ रही हूं, आपके सवालों पर अगर चुप्पी है तो सिर्फ पुलिस के मामले में चुप्पी क्यों है? सिद्धार्थ यादव, that is the question.
My question is कि why is Mr. Amit Shah and why is the Honorable Prime Minister absconding from the Parliament? Why they are shying from the Parliament? Why they are not stepping inside the hall? We have to ask the question. You know, when they will come, only then we will ask them.
As far as the Congress is concerned, your questions ranged around Manusmriti, idiots, Andhbhat.
No, Kharge ji said that Prime Minister should be there, Home Minister should be there.
And
Rahul sir said it.
These were the questions raised by the Congress party. Please give me a break.
I'm sorry,
but
that's not true.
Siddharth Yadav, please respond.
Navika ji, first of all, I think the visuals that we have seen on your show tonight are the visible injuries that the policemen have faced. But I would also want to speak about the invisible injuries that happened to them for 20 days, 20 long days. The kind of videos that have come on social media, the kind of so-called influencers who went up to the to RPF personals, to Delhi police personals, and someone called them a dustbin, someone called them a deshdrohi, someone called them ki vardi utar karke nanga bhago. All videos. One thing that I want to say, and I would, to the extension of my young friend who is present here, this is not the Gen Z of our country. We should not be idealizing them. The kind of people who say against our religion, against our, who come and say कि मोदी की कब्र खुदेगी, who come and say कि 370 वापस बहाल हो जाना चाहिए, who use such crass language, the kind of language we can't use at home, those are not the youth of this country. And nobody idolizes them. Unfortunately, in the social media era, vulgarity gets you more likes, they get you more views, you get popular very fast, and somehow people have started to say, oh, this is the Gen Z. There were anti-social elements who took over this protest. Unfortunately, the genuine students who were participating could not realize that their protest has been politicized, that someone else is coming in, political forces are coming in and trying to milk out their political gains, and this was the unfortunate part. And when people use such abusive language for all our armed forces, for our police personnel, that can in no sense be idolized. This is point number one. Point number two, when all of us sit here and the opposition selectively would not want to highlight this or would want to paint everybody with one brush, would not want to have any empathy towards the police personnel, more than 117 of whom were admitted to the hospitals, who had to face this, and then have the audacity to come out and say कि इसकी तनख्वाह मिलती है, I think this is most shameful. But this is what we are seeing from the Congress party.
But Siddharth Yadav, one question that we must ask the BJP. Did you allow it to fester for so long? Should you have moved earlier? Should you have addressed the discontent that the students were facing earlier? Did you wake up too late when the passions were running high? This question really will have to be at your doorstep.
Absolutely, Navika ji. And we can have a very long debate on probably when would have been the right time or what would have been the right way. But in a democratic country, before even Abhijit Dibke landed The government handed him the permission to sit at Jantar Mantar. It's a democratic right to participate in protests. You can't have been saying two things. Oh, we should be allowed to protest. But when we sit on protest, on day one you come and talk to us. These can't be two things. If you are protesting, protest for 20 days. I've been a student activist myself, Navika ji. I've sat outside Arvind Kejriwal's residence for 20 days. 20 days. Since when has this become a new fashion that, you sit on protest, the protest should be ended in one day, or no lathis? I have had lathis. I have participated in the FIUP protest against the UPA. It was the most brutal force which was used against students. I was there in the Nirbhaya protest. But now suddenly the narrative has changed and now it is being legitimized. You can hit the policeman, you can use abusive language, you can walk on the streets and you can say
why did you withdraw the FIRs? Either you speak the language of law and order, or you be absolutely sensitive from day one.
Navika ji,
you have to choose. You have to choose one of the two options.
Absolutely, but as you said, whenever it is to deal with students, one has to go the extra mile and deal with empathy. Probably that's why. Had it not been the students of this country, the case would have been very different. Because this cannot be allowed in a democracy. We are a democracy, not a mobocracy. People who resort to such things can never be allowed.
Don't stand by the police.
Anmol Pawar, he says he's been beaten even during protests against Kejriwal. Would you want to come in?
No need.
See, no one can justify any form of violence. We are bound by the rule of law, we are bound by the constitution. But at the same time,
पार्टी तो condemn कर रही थी पुलिस को all along. एक शब्द नहीं बोला आपने injured policemen के बारे में.
The fact is that the protectors cannot become lawbreakers. We all saw the brutality of Delhi police.
Protesters can become violent mobs.
No one is justifying the violence. No one is justifying the violence. But we are saying when we saw,
you're not condemning it.
Just a minute.
You're not uttering a word against it.
We saw that how students were beaten and molested. दिल्ली पुलिस के लोग सिविल ड्रेस में जो है उनके साथ मारपीट कर रहे थे, उनकी हड्डियां तोड़ दी गई, टीयर गैस, shells were used, pellet guns were used, and this government was denying. Their minister standing in the parliament house was lying कि भाई किसी तरह की pellet guns का इस्तेमाल नहीं हुआ. They cracked open their heads. Which law says that Delhi police can treat innocent students like criminals?
He's been talking for 2 minutes without condemning it.
It is because of I'm condemning any form of violence.
No. Now the equivalence comes in.
Do you see
now
the
equivalence comes
Can you उनका क्या फर्क है?
आपने देखा है उनका क्या फर्क है? बच्चों
आप बताइए ना.
बच्चों के पैलेट गन्स देखे.
उनको ऐसे मारा है. अगर आपके फादर फोर्स में होते तो आपको ऐसा फील ना होते. आपके फादर फोर्स में होते आप ऐसा देख पाते? नहीं.
आपकी वजह से ही हुआ.
मन से झूठ बोल रहे हैं. आपको मन में सच्चाई पता होनी चाहिए. Look at that face and then look at that face and answer.
Spoken to the students. Why didn't you speak to the students? They were protesting peacefully for 20 days. Who stopped you from speaking to them? Why didn't you engage in the conversation?
Remember,
demand नहीं माने.
Organized. They were organized by Arvind Kejriwal.
They were not demanding anything unreasonable.
Anmol Pawar ji, just a small question here. When somebody is injured, you went to ask the students, you went and sat and joined forces with the students very well. Absolutely welcome, must do that. इनका भी हाल पूछ लेते, कोई सवाल ही नहीं उठता. Problem only that is being raised here is about the one-sidedness. और मैं हेमेंद्र राठी जी से पूछना चाहती हूँ, आपको पूछने कोई आया? किसी भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से, कोई स्टूडेंट प्रोटेस्टर्स के यूनियन से आपका हाल पूछने कोई आया हेमेंद्र राठी जी?
नहीं मैडम, कोई नहीं आया, ना किसी का फोन आया, ना किसी ने पूछा. बस मेरे सीनियर अफसरान जो भी थे, मेरे SHO वगैरह, DC वगैरह, उन सब लोगों के ही फोन आए. वही कंटिन्यू धीरे की मेरा हालचाल पूछ रहे हैं. मेरे ऑफिस से भी काफ़ी लोग मेरे पास आए हैं मिलने. जो भी पॉसिबल हेल्प है वो लोग मेरी कर रहे हैं. बाकी किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी या किसी का कोई फोन तो जरूर कोई पूछने भी नहीं आया.
This is the problem. And Ved Prakash ji, I want to ask you, as a society, have we become just so divided that we don't see the middle ground anymore? I mean, we all are dealing with Gen Zs, the next generation. I have a child who's a Gen Z. I have a son who's a Gen Z. Yeah. But are we looking at things that are black and white? There is a right, there is a wrong. Are we stopping to distinguish between the rights and the wrongs? Is everything shades of grey? And are we so caught up in our own narrative that we want to set that we even forget a little sensitivity to the people around us? Is that what our society has become?
Navika, I have a bunch of papers. I remained 3.5 years as ACP Parliament. Or for 10 years I was in the New Delhi district. Yasin knows me very well. I did not hundreds, thousands of demonstrations at Parliament Street. We deal with the two prime ministers. I was in the security of two prime ministers. Congress was also there, Manmohan Singh ji. And I worked with Rashtrapati Bhavan, President of House, twice with the President of India. Now come how these demonstration and all the things by deal by the police. There is a standing operating procedure and there are a lot of guidelines there. But I come to these papers. These are papers, these are 6 papers, bunch of papers. This is the responsibility of the undertaking given by the CJP or their organizers. The heading of this paper is undertaking by the organizers for Jantar Mantar. It has 22 points, but I will mention only 3 or 4 points. There was a petition before, writ petition before Supreme Court of India, 1153 of 2017. At that time I was ACP Parliament there. And there is a long discussion was there, how the procedure, the demonstration, Ram Leela ground, Buradi, Jantar Mantar, how it will be dealt. Then Supreme Court made some certain guidelines, how it will be tackled, and its decision came in 2022. On this basis, Delhi Police ordered a standing order number 48/22. That's right. What is it mentioned? This is a responsibility undertaking given by the CJP. Now, what CJP will do, they are given in writing. I will mention now. Important points only. Point number 5. I will read it. It will take only, I think, 1 minute to complete my arguments. I and other organizers shall ensure that the Dharna demonstration will be an orderly manner. Is it what a orderly manner? I will ask my friends sitting here. Number 2, I am not reading all. Number 6, I and others shall keep the limit of gathering of participants in Dharna demonstration up to 1,000 only. Because I still remember it was allowed for 1,000. If they are over 1,000, they will go to Ram Leela ground. If they were 10,000, after that 10,000 they will go to Buradi. I will ask all the persons sitting here viewing your television if they were 1,000 or 1,001 or more. Next, this is given undertaken. It is not my. It's a Supreme Court guidelines. This is not Delhi Police issued or Home Ministry issued. This is the basis of how this
permissions are given,
yes, exactly.
for protests at Jantar
and they will be held responsible. Wait for another few days. Lot of things to become. Number 9. I am reading only 9. I and other organizers, this is responsibility of Deep K. Das and all that. Other shall ensure that the Dharna demonstration will be held in prescribed time period from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. How long they were sitting? Why they were sitting after 1 day, 2 day, 3 day? It was a illegal Dharna, illegal demonstration. And ignorance of law is not an excuse in law. Yes. I will come to the next point. I and other organizers, Deep K, Das and all that, not use the stick for flags, banners more than so and so size. The dimension flags shall so and so. The participant may carry flags, banners, sticks purely for display purposes. Correct. And what was display there? Everybody knows what was display there. How it was. Just a minute. I am not reading this is Chanda Mama story. I am telling you that.
I filled it with him.
Yes. So this is not one part of this.
I will take only 2 points. Only 2 points are remaining. Everybody will.
Short of time. Short of time.
Okay. I will finish in one line. Number 12 is there will be no incitement, race, religion, place of birth, all these things, residence, language and all that you can't do there. What happened there? And this is the last point. Navika, I will take only 30 seconds because we rarely given chance to appear before your valued channel. Please. This is the last point. This is very important, especially for the CJP if they are doing this because they had made this undertaking. And this stage I shall be responsible to keep followers under control. It is the responsibility of the CJP. However, it was our responsibility. failing which I shall and others shall be prosecuted under the existing provisions of law. यदि नहीं करा गया तो हमें आप प्रोसिक्यूट कर सकते हैं. नाविका I will take. How it will be decided? Only by the investigation. Advocate is sitting there. This is the only way where the investigation go on. And one thing, my dear friend Tyagi, we are not taking any katora. We are not asking any compensation. This police wala hum katora lekar nahi aaye. We want justice. We want justice only. We want justice. We katora नहीं चाहिए. We का कि हमें पैसा दे दीजिए. इसका आप compensate कर देंगे. इसका हिसाब किताब देना होगा. We will go to the court.
Not the point. It is an undertaking. So Pushpraj, do you appreciate where the police is?
Was the government not aware of these standing orders when they agreed that all the cases will be withdrawn?
Yes, I agree. This is the responsibility of the government.
You are saying
can you exclude them? Can you exclude them?
Government is responsible.
Do you think that the police
investigation or in the court? Nobody. It will be decided in the court or during time.
Damned if you do.
No, they can't.
1 minute. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Siddharth Yadav, concluding statement. One side says undertaking was given. The other side is saying it was your job to enforce it.
How selective and how convenient.
No, what the
how
Supreme
convenient,
Court said, Navikaji.
What a convenient position to take in the opposition. You give an undertaking, don't abide by it, don't let the investigation happen. If anything happens, responsibility of the government.
If they enter the parliament,
we do anything, responsibility of the government. What a convenient position. Where has the opposition of government?
Thank you. It was not the responsibility of the
police. I was not speaking. Where has the opposition of this country left the responsibility that they used to carry for decades? There's some responsibility of all political sects alike. Everybody has to take.
You must ask the questions of the government. I completely support you in that. But when one question is asked to Rahul Gandhi, he says, "Kahan se aaye ho?"
Rahul Gandhi is Prime Minister.
बीजेपी से आए हो? अरे भाई, सिर्फ ये पूछा कि भाई इनका भी दुख दर्द देख लीजिए. Is that so out of line to ask? We did a survey and we asked the question, Rahul Gandhi's fight for justice, is it selective? Yes, say 86% people, no, say 10%, can't say 4%. 86% people believe this is a selective fight. Do fight for your rights. Everybody must, and our constitution gives us the right to do so. But don't be selective. When you look at your rights, please look at some of your duties that were earmarked in that undertaking. At least after a lot of water has flown in the Ganges, show some empathy to the cops in uniform who, for just a salary, were beaten up, have facial fractures and many other kinds of injuries. One line for them, sir? Is that too much to ask? That's the question. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all my panelists joining me on Debate One.